We can't afford food, we can't afford gas, we can't afford housing. No one's coming to save us. When asked to what extent did he factor in financial situations of the American people, he said, not even a little bit. I don't think about Americans' financial situations. Rising gas prices, rising food costs, rising housing costs, and he doesn't care about our financial situations. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. This is bad. This is the biggest grift of all time, and we have been had. Well, you've been had. You voted for him 2 or 3 times. That's not the point. The reason I am here is to help you make money. It doesn't matter what president is in office. You need to have a way to make money that doesn't rely on your 9 to 5, because big corporations are who are making out on all of these deals. Tax breaks, kickbacks, bailout. Do you know who pays for that? You and me. These billionaires are getting off scot-free while we do their work for them, make them richer, and pay their taxes. Oh, and the best part? This guy wants to get you off your antidepressants. He thinks too many people in America are on antidepressants. Yeah. No duh. We are one emergency visit away from being bankrupt. Yes, let's take away the one thing that takes away some of the happiness, or at least the numbness. Our government does not care about us. And it's time we face facts and realize that. I'm here to help you. Make sure you're following me. I'm not going to take your money, unlike the United States government.
The price for 1 pound of ground beef is now more than the federal minimum wage, guys. How crazy is this? And like, how far are they going to let these grocery prices get before they realize that regular people can just not afford this crap? Like, right now, let's do a comparison. Let's use like a couple big chains at where I live. I'm on the West Coast. So we've got like Albertsons, we've got Vons, we've got Stater Brothers, which I think is kind of like a West Coast thing. All of those are about twice the price of an Aldi, a Walmart, a Winco, a Safeco, or a Heb, or like a Food for Less if you have that. So I will tell you that of all the places that I'm shopping right now, Aldi happens to be my favorite. And no, they don't have everything. And Aldi is like the great value brand at Walmart. And that's all they have in the whole store is the Aldi brand. So there's not as much selection, but I like a lot of the stuff that they have there. So I did a price comparison out here. Stater Brothers, which is down the street from me, has amazing butcher department. The meat department is great. So I went and bought my weekly groceries there, $240. Next week, compared it, same level of groceries, $117 at Aldi. So it's completely insane. I think these big chains like Albertsons, Vons, Staters are going to have major financial problems in the future because you can't keep charging people double for what they can literally get across the street and have people keep paying it. Yes, in wealthy neighborhoods, people are going to pay that. Yeah, you're still going to have them do fine in those areas, but for the majority of Americans,
inflation is up again. Thing is, every time this happens, it's Trump inflicted, and then we're suffering for no reason. Let me explain. Inflation is up to its highest rate in 3 years, meaning your money buys less stuff. When Trump took office in 2025, inflation was around 3% after COVID relief efforts. Now, about a year later, we're at 3.8%. Now, typically when we look at inflation, there's very rarely a cut and dry answer for why things rise. We're in a global economy, there's ripple effects to everything. But that's not the case here. When you look at the times that inflation has jumped, it's directly correlated with Trump doing something unhinged. Last year when inflation spiked from April to August, it was because Trump randomly slapped a universal 10% tariff rate on a giant list of countries on what he dubbed Liberation Day. As a result, food prices went up and countries took retaliatory measures. From August to September, inflation rose to 3%, and most economists say it's because of sustained tariffs as well as Trump's threats of 30% tariffs on the EU, Mexico, and China. Now, here in May, inflation is up to 3.8%. Economists say it's because of fuel prices and supply chain disruptions due to the war with Iran. Gas is above $4.50 a gallon. Food and shelter prices also rose. And who started that war for no clear reason? It's one thing when we have to deal with inflation because of things outside our control, like the pandemic. It's another thing when the president is just making life harder so he and his buddies can profit.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about something that many Americans are talking about right now. Many people say life is getting more expensive. Food costs more, gas costs more, rent costs more, health costs more, and many families flee straight every single day. No matter what side is politics you support, one thing is clear: people want a better life. People want lower price. People want good jobs. People want to feel safe about their future. Recently, many videos have gone viral online. In this video, some people say they voted for change. They believe life would become easier. They believe price would go down. They believe the economy would improve. But not many of them are saying something very different. They say they are struggling. They says groceries cost too much. They says gas price are hunting their budget. They says it is becoming harder to save money. Now to be fair, economic problems are unusual, not caused by one thing only. The economy is very complex. Many factors play on role. Many factors play on role. Global event matters. War matters. Trade policy matters. Interest rates matters. Supply chains matters. The government decisions matters too. That is why people often disagree about who responsible. But regular Filipinians do not spend their day reading economy reports. They look at one single things. Can I afford my bills? Can I buy food from my family? Can I pay my rent? Can I fill my gas tank? These are a question that matter most, and for many Americans those questions are becoming harder to answer. Many workers say their pay is not growing fast enough. Every month feels like a race between income and expenses, and expenses keep winning. Some people are using credit card just to buy basic things. Others are delaying medical care because it costs too much. Some families are cutting back on food. Others are working extra hours just to stay afloat. That is one of the most demandable. That is not the future people hope for. Another issue many people are talking about the labor. America depends on workers. Workers build homes. Workers grow food. Workers drive trucks. Workers clean builders. Workers work in factories. Workers keep the country moving. When there are fair workers available, business can face problem, project can slow down, cost can rise, and customer often pays the price. That is why many economists say labor shortage can affect the economy. Against people may disagree about the cases, but the effects are real. Higher cost affect everyone. One thing I notice is that many Americans are frustrated. Some blame politics, some blame corporations, some blame government politics, some blame global events. But at the end of the day, frustration comes from the same place. People are worried about money, and when people worry about money, emotions become stronger. That is why we see many emotions video online. People are tired, people are stressed, people are scared about the future. And honestly, that feeling is not limited to America. Many countries around the world are facing similar problems. The cost of living has become a major issue almost everywhere. So, what is the lesson here? The lesson is simple. Before supporting any leader, people should look carefully at politics. No slogans, no promises. Politics people should ask, will this keep working families? Will this help small business? Will this lower cost? Will this improve jobs? That question matters more than politics arguments, because the end of families do not live on promises. Families is live to paychecks. Families live to affordable food. Families live to affordable house. Families live to opportunity. And that is what people are looking for today. No matter how they voted for, no matter where they live, no matter what political party is support, people want to change to build a better life, and that should always be the goal. Let me know what you think. Do you believe life become more expensive? Do you think economy in improve getting worries? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next video. Take care. Bye bye.